The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General Yahanna presents the Big 5-0. The 50th Annual Lord's Passover, Saturday, April 20th at sundown.
But I'm here to tell you one thing. Whatsoever rank you got, you better go out, man, and do the will of the Most High like it has never been done before, and see the next brother that's on the heart.
The 50th Annual Lord's Passover, Saturday, April 20th at sundown. Shalom.
To everybody how Jesus Christ looked like. Skip to the 10th verse. We're gonna get into how Jesus Christ looked like, man. Read that for me.
Revelation 1 verse 10. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day and heard a voice from behind me.
So now John, he heard a voice from behind him. Now, to keep you up to date, this voice was the voice of Jesus Christ. So John heard the voice of Jesus Christ behind him. Read.
A great voice as of a trumpet, saying, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last.
Read.
And what thou seest, write in a book.
What did he say?
What thou seest, write in a book.
So, with Jesus Christ, he told John, what you see, write in the book. Now we're going to see if Christ was European looking or was Christ black. Jesus Christ told John, what you see of me, write in a book. Read.
And send it unto the 7 churches which are in Asia, unto Ephesus, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So it said, amongst the candlesticks, one like the Son of Man. If you're educated in the Bible, who is the Son of Man? The Son of Man is Jesus Christ. So John saw Jesus Christ, and he's saying that he saw Christ. Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the feet.
So with Jesus Christ, he had on a garment down onto his foot, down to his feet, a long garment. Read.
And girt about the paps with a golden belt, a golden girdle, and his head and his hair.
So now it says, Jesus Christ, his head and his hairs. What does it mean by your head and your hairs? It means the hair on your head and the hair on your face, your head and your hairs. Read.
And his hair was white like.
So now first says, Jesus Christ's hair was white. Now I've seen many European images of Christ and his hair ain't white. Read.
White like wool.
And another thing, Jesus Christ's hair texture was like the hair texture of wool. Jesus Christ had white woolly hair. And I don't care what you say, Europeans do not have woolly textured hair, man. Black people got a woolly textured hair. So Jesus Christ's hair texture was the hair texture of wool. Read.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as the flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
And it says Jesus Christ's feet was like unto fine brass. What color is brass? Brass is brown. Take a penny out of your pocket, man. Brass is brown. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So Jesus Christ's feet was so dark, it was like he burnt in a furnace. Meaning what? If your feet are brown, your ankles are brown, your knees are brown, your thighs are brown, your midsection's brown, your torso's brown, your face is brown, man. Jesus Christ was a dark-skinned man, and that's the Bible. Jesus Christ was not European looking, and we just read it in the Bible. John wrote down how Jesus Christ looked, and Jesus Christ was so dark, it was like he was burnt in a furnace, man. Jesus Christ was a black man. But they give me Daniel 10:5 and 6. The book of Daniel 10:5 and 6. I'm gonna get it for you. That even Daniel, he seen Jesus Christ, and Daniel's going to describe how Christ looked. Was he European looking? Or was he black, man? We're gonna find out. Color is in the Bible, race is in the Bible. All what you're taught to forget about in the church is in the Bible. Do you want to know why they say to you that the color ain't in the Bible? Because they don't want you to read the Bible and find out all these great men were black, man. That's why they teach you color don't matter. God don't see color. God sees color, man. Do you want to know why? Because it's in the Bible. If you're going to ignore the color in the Bible, then your pastor, what else does he ignore? What else does he tell you don't matter? If your pastor ignores color, then what else does he ignore in the Bible? Same-sex marriage. God is against same-sex marriages, and your pastor ignores that too, man. Interracial relationships, God's against that in the Bible. Your pastor ignores that in the Bible. Your pastor hates God and the record of God, man. Read that.
Daniel 10, verse 5 and 6. Then I lift up my eyes and look, and behold, a certain man.
So now this is Daniel, and Daniel saw Jesus Christ. And Daniel saying, I lifted up my eyes, and behold, a certain man. Who is this certain man? Jesus Christ. Daniel saw Christ too. Read.
Clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz, and his body also like unto beryl, and his feet as fine as the appearance of. His body also was like beryl, and his face. And his face as the appearance of lightning.
So now with Daniel, he saw Jesus Christ, and he described that his face was like lightning, man. What does that mean? Meaning you're serious. You ain't someone to mess with, man. And that was Jesus Christ. Read.
And as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as a lamp of fire, and his hands and his feet like unto color.
Like in what?
Unto color.
Like in
color.
So now he saw Daniel and said his arms and feet like in color. That, you know what I mean? It's that word that your pastor hates, color. It can't stand that word, color. But let's see the color of Jesus Christ. His arms and his feet like in color. Read.
To polish brass.
To polish brass. To polish brass, you gotta burn it. And when you polish brass, it gets black. Jesus Christ was a black man. His arms and feet was the color of polished brass, man. And if your arms and feet are black, your neck's black, your face is black. So Jesus Christ was a black man, and Daniel said it, his arms and feet like in color to polished brass. So that white image of Christ is called racism. It's called a lie. It's called a heresy. And guess what? The same Bible that everyone claims to read shows you that Jesus Christ was a dark-skinned man. Your pastor don't know the Bible. Do you want to know a fact? In slavery, many black people had their backs whipped and was forced to look at that image like as if Christ was white. Like as if the white man that was whipping your backs, he was great. He was something, man. He was nothing but the devil the Bible speaks of, man. That's what he was, and you're the people of God. Read it again.
And his feet like unto polished brass, and the voice of his word like the voice of a multitude.
And Christ spoke loud, man. His voice was like the voice of a multitude. Give me Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to show you in the Bible that King Solomon, he was black. One of the richest men to ever live on the face of the earth, man. One of the wisest men on the face of the earth. He was black. When you get that for me, Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. Color is in the Bible. And I know your pastor tells you color ain't in the Bible. God don't see color. God just sees people that love him and want to serve him and want to sing and dance. That's not the Bible. In the Bible, color is in the Bible. It's before in Isaiah. You know what I mean? I'm going to get it out of the book of Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, where King Solomon said himself that he's a black man. When you get that Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, you're going the wrong way. It's before the book of Isaiah. So I'm going to get it for you in the Bible that King Solomon himself, he was black. It's like a big favor, each find in Song of Solomon. All throughout the Bible, color isn't there. I'm going to get it for you out of Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, where King Solomon himself says he's black man. And yet, in the church, they ignore it, man. Songs of Solomon 1 and 5.
Songs of Solomon 1 verse 5. I am black.
What did the Bible say?
I am black.
What did he say?
I am black.
King Solomon said he's black. So why is it in the church there's European images of King Solomon when King Solomon's writing about himself, and King Solomon said what?
I am black.
And King Solomon said he's black, man. Which shows you that church don't know the Bible, religion don't know the Bible about coloring in the Bible. Get out of here with that rubbish, man. Color is in the Bible, and King Solomon said he's black. And from my understanding, black is a color, you know, I mean, unless I've got it wrong or something. King Solomon said he's black. Color is in the Bible, read.
But comely.
King Solomon saying, I'm black and beautiful, man. I'm black and handsome, just like black people said it in the 60s, man. Read that again.
I am black, but comely.
And King Solomon said he's black and comely, black and beautiful, man. From there, give me Job, the 30th chapter and the 30th verse. Job 30 and 30. I'm going to take it a step further. Job, one of the most righteous men to ever live, he said he was black too, man. Job 30 and 30. Even he says that he's black. So how can religion tell you color ain't in the Bible, black people ain't in the Bible, Europeans ain't in the Bible? It was just people that love God. You know what I mean? Your pastor does a job on you, black man. Read that for me.
Job 30 verse 30. My skin is black upon me.
What did Job say?
My skin is black upon me.
Job says my skin is black, man. Job was a black man. Job was a European. Forget those images in church. They're lies. They're heresies, man.
Right.
Meanwhile, the Bible is describing the men of God, and it says they're black. Yes, the Jews are black. Christ is black.
Right.
Solomon was black.
Right.
Job was black.
Right.
And how do we know this? Because it says in the Bible. Read it again.
My skin is black upon me.
And Job says, my skin is black upon me. Job was a dark-skinned man. Job was a European, like in church, like in the Catholic Church. Job was black, man. I don't know where to go with that. I've been to Catholic Church and everyone's European, stringy hair, blue eyes. When the Bible says my skin is black upon me, it shows you that is racism right there. How do you read the Bible and know that these men are black and you paint them white? That's called racism. You think we're racist. The Catholic Church is racist. The Christian Church is racist. You wonder why? When they paint white Christ, when they paint white Solomon, they're racist, and the same Bible saying they're black. That's racism. Read that again.
My skin is black upon me.
And Job says, my skin is black upon me. Give me Acts 13 and 1. I'm going to show you in the Bible, the disciples of Christ, they was black. All the men of God, they were black in Acts 13 and 1. I'm going to get it for you out of the New Testament, showing you that these great men in this great history book called the Bible, they was black. Give me Acts 13 and 1. Read.
Acts 13 verse 1. No, these were in the churches that was at Antioch.
So now these men were at Antioch, the disciples of Christ. They went to a location called Antioch. Read.
Certain prophet and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon.
So make no mistake, this is talking about the men of God, the prophets and the teachers, Barnabas and Simeon. These are talking about the disciples of God. Now we're going to find out if they was European looking or if they was black. We're about to find out. Read.
That was called nigger.
That was called what?
Nigger.
What does the word nigger mean? The word nigger is a Latin word. It means black. So the prophets and teachers, they were called nigger. They were called black.
Right.
When people seen the prophets and the teachers of God, they said they was black. So a white image of Jesus, that's a lie. A white image of Paul and Simeon, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, all that is lies, all that is heresies, all that is racism. You wanna know why? Because the Bible says they was called black, they was called nigger, but yet in the Catholic Church, they paint them white. In the Christian Church, they paint the men of God white. But in the same Bible, they was called nigger, they was called black. So how dare you say we're racist? You're preaching racism. The Catholic Church is preaching racism. The Christian Church, they're preaching racism. When you paint the men of God white, that's racism, man. Read that again.
And they were called niggers.
And they were called niggers, man. Those great men in the Bible, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Paul, all the teachers of God, they were called niggers. They were called black. You look at the word nigger, it's a Latin word niger, and it means black. And those same men in the Bible, they were called nigger, just like they call you nigger right now, black man. You know what I mean? Just like they call you that right now, they called us it back then, man. Read on.
That was called nigger, and Lucius of Cyrene.
And all the prophets, Lucius of Cyrene, all of them.
The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General Yahanna presents the Big 5-0. The 50th Annual Lord's Passover, Saturday, April 20th at sundown.
But I'm here to tell you one thing. Whatsoever right you got, you better go out, man, and do the will of the Most High like it has never been done before. And see the next brother life that's on the heart.
The 50th Annual Lord's Passover, Saturday, April 20th at sundown. Shalom.